Well, first, I want to thank you both for being here today. Hello on Facebook. I appreciate you guys taking time out of camp to come and ask some questions about the campaign. And I'm here today, Mike Miller, CEO of the YMCA, and then also Susan, our development director, is going to answer a couple questions. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. So what is the capital campaign? We've been working on this for a number of years. Once in a couple times in the history of YMCA's, this one was started in 1878, you have to do a capital campaign for like major expansion or renovation of a YMCA. So a couple years ago, this YMCA decided to look into that. And we've been working on this for and planning for 5 years, fundraising for 2. And it's really to expand the YMCA, to renovate the YMCA for the next 50 years within its life. So good question.
How many people use our Y?
How many people belong to the Y?
So how many people use our Y?
Oh, use our Y, yeah. So in 2019, we had close to 7,000 members. And then every year, if we count those members and program participants, we have close to 12,000 people that come and use this Y each and every year. So very, very busy place. And that's one of the main reasons why we're doing this project, is because we want to accommodate all 12,000 people. And we're seeing more and more need to have more programs. And this new building that we're looking into is going to be able to give us that space and to accommodate more programs for kind of young adults like you in summer camp and gymnastics and other programs that really we're looking towards the community to tell us what their needs are. And we'll develop new programs around that. So a lot of people.
How much money do you need to raise?
For that question, I'm going to introduce our development director, who her and I have been working very hard the last couple of years with a great group of cabinet members and volunteers, Susan. So come on in, and that's all you.
Thank you. Ethan, what was your question again, really quick?
How much money do you need to raise?
How much money do we need to raise? So when we were doing all the research for this project a couple of years ago, we came up with a number that, and then looking at the design, that the goal for the whole project is to raise $10 million. And so far we have, through the very wonderful generosity of local foundations and private donors and whatnot, we've already secured $8 million in pledges and contributions. So let's do that math. We have about $2 million left to go to complete our campaign goal for this project.
What is the differences between a capital campaign and the YMCA's annual campaign?
Great question. That's a great question. What is the difference between a capital campaign and an annual campaign? Okay. So a capital campaign, which is what we're talking about today, a capital campaign raises money for what we call a bricks and mortar project, meaning a building, right? You build with bricks and mortar and you put it all together. That's what a capital campaign does. It is about the money you raise to build a building. The Y's annual campaign, we also call it our community support campaign, that goes on every single year, and we reach out to, again, local families and individuals and companies and foundations, and we ask them to support our financial assistance program to help fund our free programming here at the Y, and for kids and families and senior citizens who maybe can't afford to come to the Y on their own, so the Y offers them financial assistance. That's what our annual campaign dollars do. So those capital campaign dollars build buildings, and the annual campaign dollars help raise up people and individuals. Great question.
How long will this project take?
Ooh, I'm going to let Mike answer that one.
We did receive a comment on Facebook that having trouble hearing us. So maybe what we'll do is, you want me to slide up a little bit and make sure we're all social distance. Hopefully you can hear us now. So how long the project will take? We're looking at, once we break ground, it's going to take around 16 to 18 months to start the project and to complete the project. We're still looking at when we're going to break ground. We hope at some point maybe this fall, if not definitely early spring time frame. So.
Will there be a second
Second pool. So right now, second pool, we definitely know that there's a need for a second pool. But when we did the original kind of look into what the YMCA needs for infrastructure and some aging equipment, the plans that we currently have, we needed to focus on first. So this first project does not include a second pool, includes some minor upgrades to our current pool, but we are talking about what we need to do as a second project down the road a little bit for a second pool. You know, we totally understand that there's a need out there and we want to be able to do that, but we need to get this done first because it's just a priority, and then we'll look into the second pool.
What new features will the new building have?
New features, a lot of features. You know, you notice behind us a little bit on the side, but it's going to have a youth development center. That center is going to include after-school classrooms, a home for our adapted programs. It's going to have wide open lobbies and spaces for families or adults to come in after you get done working out, have a cup of coffee or you know, have dinner in the lobby, take a break and relax in the morning. It's going to have a brand new wellness center that's going to be around, you know, a lot larger than the one that we have now, and include treadmills and a weight room, a couple group exercise studios. Currently, we just have one group exercise studio. We're going to have 2, maybe 3 different group exercise studios. Squash complex. We have a program called Roadie Squash, which we work with kids from Thompson Middle School right now. So we're building a whole complex and a home for Roadie Squash that will include a number of squash courts, an educational center, a community kitchen, and the list goes on and on. But it will definitely have a lot of different features that we're excited for.
How can people donate to the campaign?
That, once again, I'm going to introduce Susan to talk about how can people donate to the campaign. So here you go.
So how can people donate to the campaign? That's my favorite question, because everybody wants to be involved with the capital campaign, right? Everybody wants to help. They want to have maybe their name on a wall, or they want to buy a brick or a paver, to put on the ground and make that beautiful walkway and show that community spirit. So there are several ways that people can donate to the campaign. We have these beautiful brochures that are in our lobby, and you'll start seeing them around town in probably some local businesses that agree to put them out. And in here, there's what we call a pledge card. It's on the inside cover. You can fill that out. You can drop it off here at the Y. You can go online to our YMCA website, which is newportymca.org/giving or /capital campaign. And there are buttons there. You just click and you fill in your information and you make your donation that way. And of course, you can always just call up and talk to me or to Mike about how you can help or get more involved. We're always looking for more volunteers and more support however we can get it. Thank you. They have a lot of questions.
How many kids will be in camp next year?
How many kids will be in camp next year? I'm going to let Mike answer that one because he has his crystal ball all ready to go. Yes.
So how many kids will be in camp next year? You know, right now, because of the state of Rhode Island, we have to follow these guidelines. We have to limit the number of kids next year. So this year. So depending on the number of kids next year is going to depend on the guidelines of the state. So we hope to get back up to where we were the year prior. The year prior we had 350 kids, which was a wonderful summer camp. This year, still a wonderful summer camp, but because of the guidelines, we gotta get down to around 110, 120. So we hope more, but we'll just all wait and see where the guidelines are at. So, but great question.
Speaking of phases, how will the Y adapt to the next phase?
We will, at the Y, we have our own also steps. So we have a 3-step kind of process that we're going through. Currently, we're in step 2 of our plan. And as soon as the state of Rhode Island moves its phase into the next phase, which I believe will be phase 4, right, is the next phase, we will look at moving our plan into phase 3.
And for our last question, how will fall and winter camps work?
Fall and winter camp, so summer camp just got extended 2 weeks because schools are not starting until September 14th. So we're going to extend summer camp out. And right now for vacation camps, I think that's what you're talking about, the summer camp in February and the April camp. we're going to make sure that the school systems still have those vacation weeks planned, and we will run it with the same guidelines that we're running summer camp now. The state will definitely come out with some more guidelines based on vacation camps, but we'll probably have the same pods. We'll make sure the groups are 14 feet away, a lot of mask wearing, but we're definitely going to be offering some form of those vacation camps this upcoming winter. So, cool. All right. Well, thank you guys for taking a break out of summer camp. We'll let you go back and enjoy the day, but thank you for your questions. And we'll definitely have you guys back, so keep on thinking of those questions. Thank you all on Facebook that are watching us, and we'll see you all soon. All right.